Hello, and welcome to another Crafty Wednesday. Today we will be making the letter W in 3D. Okay, so let's begin, but don't get overwhelmed because you're seeing a bunch of pieces with this letter. Just keep in mind that this letter it's different. It has an insert, it has shaker, and it has slides. Okay, so for you not to get confused, you're gonna line up the W's and you're gonna put away the smaller W. So the W that has the clouds and the solid W with these walls, you're gonna put those aside because that's your insert. Now the other four W's that are the exact same size, that's gonna be your 3D letter. That's the main letter that we are going to put together and glue the walls around it. So make sure that prior to gluing the walls, you already line up all the letters and you know that they're all the same size, and those are gonna be the ones that we will be using. Okay. So let's go ahead and begin by grabbing one of our W's. And now we're gonna go ahead, grab our acetate walls, and just like we did with the letter T and the letter O, I'm sorry, we are going to start folding our tabs all the way. So let's go ahead and do that with all the walls. Perfect. Now that we have already folded all the tabs, we're going to bring back our W. This part right here, you can either look at your screen to know exactly where each piece goes, or you can do it like I am right here because I don't have the screen in front of me. And you kind of go around and see where each wall best matches. So as you can see, I'm just going around and figuring it out. But if you don't want to do that, you can always look at your screen and look exactly where each piece goes. Now, after we have already figured out where the walls go, we're gonna go ahead, grab our beacon glue, and we're gonna start gluing all the tabs around the 3D letter, just like it was regularly if you were doing this just with cardstock. It's the same thing. The only difference is that we're using the walls in acetate instead of cardstock. Same thing here, bring it to the bottom. With this one, you're definitely going to need this bone folder to do the pressure and make sure it attach. Like that. Now we're gonna come and we're gonna do the top part, which is the one that has the little triangle. The little triangle is gonna be the one that's gonna go right up in here. So same thing, we're gonna add glue. To our tops. And we're gonna bring it in here. Notice how on this one I'm also going from the inside out. Right there, and right there. Come back with my bone folder and put the pressure. Like that. Turn it around. Make sure it's being nicely attached. Okay, perfect. So now I'm gonna grab this tab. Is gonna have to go on the outside like that, attached to the other tab. So I'm gonna fold them out. Perfect. And I'm gonna come with my tape and I'm gonna put a piece of tape right there. If you don't have this tape, you could use the glue, because the beacon glue, you could glue acetate with the beacon glue. So you could put beacon glue. And the only thing what I'm using this tape instead of glue is because this tape gives some more of a clean look. Okay, so same thing. I'm gonna put it right over here. There you go. Okay, perfect. Actually, let me put it over here in this bottom pieces too, might as well. Okay, perfect. Now that I have attached my tape, I can come over and add the other pieces. Okay, so this one goes here like this. So I'm gonna add glue to the bottom tops. Okay. Now we're gonna take out the backing. And we are going to attach these two pieces here like that. Now we're gonna do the same on the other side. This is how we have it. Now on the back, you're gonna bring the other piece and you're gonna glue it to that. So let's come and add the glue right now. And again, this is to cover the ugly parts back here. And there you go. So the first part of our letter is pretty much done. We did it in acetate, but just a little bit extra complicated, but nothing that we cannot do. Now come and lift up this parts right here, like that. Lift these pieces out because we're gonna have to bring in our little lamp, like that. Okay, and for the lights of this one, we're gonna use fairy lights. You can use the colorful ones if you want, but I really want it to look like a lamp, so I'm just gonna use my sturdy fairy lights, just one color. I'm not gonna use the ones that have different colors because I want it to look like a little lamp. Okay, so I'm gonna take this out already. And now that this has been glued, I can put this through here. Okay, and just leave it alone. Turn it off so we don't finish the battery. And now we are going to bring out this part over here, which is the one that has the clouds, and the other piece that goes like this. Hold on. Like this. So we're gonna put the clouds on the side for now, but we are going to bring this one in, and pretty much this is the same like with the 3D letter that we just finished, but just with thinner walls. So that one had thick walls, this one's thinner, and it's in cardstock walls. So you're gonna do the same thing. Okay, perfect. There. Okay, now we're gonna come and we are going to bring this in through here. And we're gonna start attaching our light to the whole thing. And we're gonna start gluing the lights. Okay. Let's put that aside. Let's bring down the one with the clouds, and let's make sure we glue our Velcro to the back of it so it could look like this. So we're just gonna add a little bit of glue so we can put our Velcro. If you put cardstock, this part, because you thought it was cardstock, I strongly recommend that you go back and cut it in Velcro or parchment paper, because you do not want these clouds to be covered. You want them to have the Velcro or the parchment paper, whichever one you decided to use, because you want the lights to show, and if you put cardstock, your lights are not going to show. Just cut the little extra Velcro that comes right here, so you don't want that showing, okay? Make sure that if you don't want to use I kept saying Velcro, I'm sorry, not Velcro, vellum. Vellum paper. This is the vellum, like parchment paper. If you want, you can always use acetate also, but the whole point of this is that it doesn't show any wires inside. That's why I decided to do the vellum paper, because I don't want to show the wires. I want it to look cute, like a lamp. Okay, so be careful with that part. So now that I did that, I also added like the little outlines of the clouds. So I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna start adding the little outline to my clouds. Okay, so now that we did that, let's go ahead and add glue back to our W, so we can go ahead and glue our QW with clouds. That the clouds are pretty much like the little windows where the light's gonna come out. Okay, now let's go ahead and add glue on the back of the insert and make sure that we attach it nicely inside our W. Okay, now that that's done, let's go ahead and add this piece right over here. Okay, so let's go ahead and add our glue. Okay, now that we have our 3D letter ready, this part is optional. If you want to make it a shaker and add glitters, beads, whatever you want to add inside, you can add it. I'm going to add it to mine. If not, this part of the 3D letter is pretty much done for you. So I'm just gonna add a couple of glitters that I have, these cute stars, just to make it pop. Like I said, mine, I am going to make it a shaker because I will be covering it with acetate. So here I put glitters, I put some beads just to make it look extra cute. Okay, so now I'm gonna come my glue around this, just like this. This is to the acetate. Okay, so I'm gonna come and got my piece of acetate here, like that. See, that's that. And then we're gonna put an extra layer right here to cover the ugly part. Like that. That's that. And then I wanted to this character like right up in here. So let's go ahead, put some 3D on our character. And Buzz is gonna go right up in here like that. Like that. And then this one, we're gonna push it in. We attach it right there like that. And here you have your shaker with lights, 3D letter. I absolutely love it. So let's go ahead and see how the T and the O look right next to it. And of course, lights up so we can see how cute our letter W lights up. Anyway, ladies, this is all for today. I hope you have enjoyed these 3 projects, making the word to. And I'll see you on our next Crafty Wednesday. Bye.